Hi, in this session, we'll discuss an important feature of Python lists, which is slicing. So let's look into it. Slicing in lists works the same way it works in strings. So we have to define a start index and the end index separated by column. So we consider this example, which is a list of player names, Charles, Martina, Michael, Florence, and Ellie. Now, in this example, we are making a slicing beginning at the offset 1 and going till the offset 4. The important thing to note here is that, like in strings, the end offset is not considered when you are making the slice. So, as you can visualize from this result, that the values that are considered are the at the offset 1, 2, and 3. The value at offset 4 is not taken into account while making this slice. Another important point to note here is that the slicing creates a new list. So again, the same example, I make the slice at the offset 1 and go till offset 4. So only the three values, index 1, 2, and 3 would be considered. I assign this slice to the variable x and try to print this variable. So this new list is printed. Now, for this list, the index 0 would begin at the value Martina. Michael would have the index 1 and Florence would have the index 2. So for this example, I would replace the value at the index 1 with the string Donald and then print the new list. So what I get as the result? Martina, Donald, Florence. So Michael has been replaced by the Donald. Then in the same output, I also print the original list, which is the list of players. And then you would see here that the replacement does not happen in the list of players. So here we see the same previous value, which is Martina. So what it means is that because the new list was created, the results were reflected only in the new list. It were not visible in the previous list from where you make the slice. Okay. So slicing always creates a new list. This is an important point to note. Why I am considering and discussing this feature is that because when you would be learning about NumPy arrays, then we would see that NumPy arrays creates a view, and though that view basically refers to the same list array. So any changes you make to the view reflect in the original array as well. So that is why it is important to note down this differentiation that for the lists, creating the slice makes a new list. Now, if you do not provide the start index, the Python starts from the slicing from the beginning of the list. Okay. So from 0. So we take the initial value as well into consideration. So when I created this slice, I did not provide the start index, so Charles also was taken into this slice. Okay. When you do not provide the end index, the Python goes till the end of the list. So for this example, I begin the slice at the index 2, and since I did not provide the end index, this slicing goes till the end. So all the values from the index 2 till the end would be considered. Okay. And those are basically uh, Michael, Florence, and Ellie. Okay. So these three values would be in the result, as is visible here. Michael, Florence, and Ellie. Now, slicing works also with negative indices. So when you provide the negative indices, these basically are considered from the end. So -1 means the last index, -2 means second last index, and -3 would be so on similarly. Okay, so players -3 means you are basically referring to the third index from the end. Okay, so in this indexing begins from the third index at the end, and then it goes till the end because you have not provided the end index. So here the result is Michael, Florence, and Ellie because Michael is the value third from the end here. Michael is third from the end. So Michael, Florence, and Ellie. Now you can assign a sequence to a slice. Okay. So let's discuss what it means. So here I am considering a sequence of integer values 7, 2, 3, 7, 5, 6, 0, 1. Okay. And then to a slice, I assign a new list. So this is a slice which begins at the index 3 and goes till 4. So basically, I'm just considering the single offset slice, which would be this integer 7. So this integer 7 has the index 3. This I would replace by the list of two values 6 and 3. So now when I write like this, these two values would replace the value 7. And so my output would be like this. So as you would see here, 7 has been replaced by these two values. So we can assign a sequence to a slice. And sometimes we do not want to consider every element of this slice. Sometimes we want to skip some of the members. So we can define that as well. Okay, so we can define the step which would basically be used uh, as the third index to define how which elements we want to skip and which elements we want to consider. So here for this example, let's say again the same sequence, the sequence of integers, and the third index is 2. It means consider every second element. I have not provided the start and the end index, so it is considering the entire list, but take only the second value starting from the start index, which is 0. So the 7 would be considered. Then after 7, the second value, which is 3, that would be considered. And then 5, second value. And then the 0. 7, 3, 5, and 0. This would be the. Okay. So a clever way of using it is to pass -1, which actually reverses the list. Okay. The same way we have done it in lists, we can do here in lists as well. Okay. So here, just providing -1, it reverses the list. So our original sequence was this. As the third index, when I provide -1, it does the reverse. Looping through a slice. We can also loop through a slice. So here is my list. Again, the list of players. So for looping, the same venerable for loop is used here. So for player in players, now I want to loop over the first three values. So that is why I have provided this slice. So it means I would consider only the first three values. Now, as you would be able to guess that a new list is created of which is consisting of the first three values in the players list and then iterate over that new list. So and subsequently for each iteration, these three values are assigned to the variable player. So the first value in the first iteration would be assigned to player, and then the second value again in the next iteration, and so on. And then in the body of the for loop, I print that value. Okay. Here I am basically describing here argument end of this print function, which is used to define what character you would like to display in the end of the output. So by default, it is the new line character. So whenever the print stops printing, writing everything, it prints the new line character. But here I am defining that print comma. So comma is printed instead of new line. Okay. So here the result is not displayed on the new line. Every result is not displayed on the new line, but separated by a comma. So this is the Python slicing. Let's try to run this first. So first it prints here are the first three players on my team because my loop considers only the first three players, and then I print those players separated by comma because here the end argument it is comma. Now, copying a list. To copy a list, you can make a slice that includes the entire original list by omitting the first and the second index. because I discussed that when you create a slice, it creates a new list. So this feature you can use to copy a list actually. The easiest way to copy a list is to omit both the start and the end index. So it will take the entire list and a new list will be created, which you can assign to a new variable. So let's begin with this example. So let's suppose here is a list of some food items, pizza, burger, and cake. I assign it to the variable my foods. I create a new list by using the Python slicing feature. And because I'm copying this list, I want to copy this list. So I would omit both the start as well as end index. So the entire list would be copied. And then this new list would be assigned to the variable friends foods. Okay. And then I print these two lists. Since these two lists are same, so you would get the same output, pizza, burger, and cake. Now, in the list my foods, I append pasta, and in the list friends food, I append ice cream. Now, see the difference. Okay, because these are the different lists, so the output would be the different. Okay. So when I print the list my foods, it would only have the pasta appended in the end because in this I appended pasta. Okay. When I print the friends food list, in the friends food I appended ice cream. So here in the output, I would have ice cream in the end, not the pasta. Okay. So this shows that these two lists are different. And this is because when you are performing the slicing, it creates a new list. It does not create a view to refer to the same original list. Because it creates a new list, I can use this feature to copy list and create and assign it to another variable. So this is all for this session. Thank you for watching.